webcam window a little smaller. Shrink that bad boy up in there. Alright. Maybe it does make sense to just do this. Just having some fucking Magic Online problems. Oh, what the fuck did I do? Get over here. No, don't. You're killing me. You're freaking killing me. Don't grow like that. I was trying to stream. Trying to stream from my Windows computer because OBS cooperates, or Streamlabs really cooperates better, and it looks better, I think. But just did not have any interest in starting. Magic Online had no interest in starting on my Windows computer. So here we are, trying to craft something that doesn't utterly fucking blow. Make this a little bigger now, though. And just let me know if you think this sucks. Tilted before we begin. Good shit. So, here's the list we're going to be playing today. We'll make this work. So the biggest thing, really the only change, we've got Thassa's Oracle now. And so I have taken out the Reign of Filth and I have put in Thassa's Oracle. And we're just going to start with that. Other than that, it's the same Echo Doomsday list that I've been playing for a while now. The thing that Thassa's Oracle does, which I've talked about a little bit before, if you've watched my stream before, is that it makes their pass-a-turn piles substantially better, and it doesn't target, so it makes beating opposing Veil of Summers much easier. And on that note, you will notice that I have also removed the Grape Shot from the sideboard, and replaced it with another Abrupt Decay. So 2 Chain of Vapor, 2 Abrupt Decay for our permanent problem solving. I've also got Massacre and Pulverize that we can wish for. I haven't been getting a ton of mileage out of Pulverize. Even in the matchups where it would be good, it just really, I don't know. You pretty much lose those matchups anyway, so like the best way to beat them is to, draw your Chain of Vapor and chain their Chalazon 0 or something and just fucking heat off right away. Basically winning fast tends to be better than trying to wish for a Pulverize. So like Massacre is better. But Pulverize may go and like Cabal Therapy might come back or something. But anyway, we're not going to do that right now. I'm going to run a league with this list as it stands. I think it was my last stream, I was grinding 2-player queues and I got enough play points to play a league. And now we're going to use those play points to play that league. So nope, on a league. So let's jump in. Let's play a league. Join up. Oh, that's fun. My chat went away. I really need to figure out a cleaner way to do this. Because this sucks a fat donkey dick. Delightful. OBS is open source, right? Maybe I should just get in there myself. Alright, playing against Hunding Jornarsson. I think I've seen his name before. I don't really care for the chat window, so we'll just close it because it gives me a little more space to work with here. Perfect. Alright, so let's think about this hand. It's not good. Got a lot of interaction and it doesn't do a whole lot. And this Thassa's Oracle, so like I'm always saying, like I want to try and get rid of as many dead cards from the deck as possible. Thassa's Oracle is not completely dead because it does scry, but it's pretty dead. It scries and blocks, I guess. It's pretty dead, but like the benefits of having it as a win con outweigh the downsides. Okay, this hand's substantially better. I'm gonna keep this, and I think I'm actually just gonna throw the Doomsday back, and we'll just rely on the Echo getting the job done. Hopefully they're not playing some kind of prison deck. Looking good. I should make this Twitch chat bar a little narrower, but whatever. Okay. Yeah, so I've been thinking about that list. I don't know if I'm going to try it today. I think I'd like to take it for a spin at some point. There's definitely some stuff I like about it and some stuff that I don't, but I definitely think it's worth trying like a list that's more focused on Doomsday into Thassa's Oracle and less focused on like being a storm deck with Doomsday as one of the engines, which is more along the lines of what this is. Alright, so big important question here is, do I just jam it now? This is actually, I'm gonna show the game log for a sec, because what did they do? They did not shuffle off that Ponder. I kind of feel like I should just go for it. Like if I just Veil now, I can Echo with 4 mana up afterward. Probably what I should have done is not crack that and Veiled off the Lotus Petal. But I guess maybe this is fine. I'll just get the Trop. I'm going to play out the Petal now. Just in case they're a Daze deck. I can pay for it. Alright, Veil resolved. Guess they're going for it. Your chat's gonna... Yeah, I see. I don't like that a lot, that the lists are so Doomsday focused. Like, I don't know, Doomsday is a very powerful card in a vacuum, but you're never in a vacuum, and so like it creates a choke point, and I've never been a big fan of the lists that couldn't effectively win without resolving Doomsday, which is part of why when I was playing Experimental Frenzy, I wasn't super into like having Jace as the only, or Jace and Collective Brutality as the only win cons, because it basically forced you to resolve a Doomsday to get there. Okay, I think we're gonna make it. I think I need to brainstorm into mana, I believe. Unless there's another way. There might be a better way. So if I Burning Wish now, I grab Doomsday, Ritual into Doomsday, and then Brainstorm into LED Petal, and then Ponder into a Burning Wish. That should do it, yeah. Okay. We'll just kill them instead. Because instead of risking burning, or instead of risking needing to hit mana with the Brainstorm, I can kill them deterministically. And then we need LED, Petal, Burning Wish, and I'm gonna stick the Thoughts' Oracle in here at the bottom of the pile to like hide it. So Oracle, Burning Wish, LED, Petal, and Brainstorm, put back whatever, LED, Lotus Petal. Crack for black, red. Okay. Pile them up. No shuffle. Burning Wish for lethal. Easy peasy. Alright. Good way to start the day. The old turn 1 Doomsday kill. I have a tendency to overlook kills like that sometimes, where I can like wish for the Doomsday because it's not right in front of me. So I'm glad I noticed that. Did you share that sentiment about not being so Doomsday focused even back in the top probe days? Not as much, because the deck was... the way the deck was constructed, especially with like the Abrupt Decays in the main deck in the height of the Miracles time, was it was very... well, it was a lot... with top, it was a lot better at finding Doomsday and protecting it and like recovering from Doomsday's getting countered because of top. It was much more reliable to find that Doomsday, in my opinion, and it played a better long game. Once top got banned and we had probe, I definitely was in favor of playing like more Lotus Petals and stuff to make Burning Wish for empty be a more reliable plan, because I felt like you needed that speed option to kind of, basically take advantage of openings when you had them and avoid that complete reliance on Doomsday. And basically as more and more pieces of the deck get banned, I've come to want to rely less on Doomsday if possible. Alright, so let's think about this. So I'm generally in favor of cutting Echoes in these blue matchups because they're basically only good with Veil. And then I bring in some extra shit, and I'll probably be cutting a Ponder here because we're playing a longer game probably, and I'll just naturally draw more cards instead of needing to cantrip for them. That's the hope. Anyway. But also, for what it's worth, back in the back of the top probe days, I mean, like, I'd only been playing the deck for not nearly as long as I have at this point, and so I didn't have the quite the same amount of like experience, I guess. So I'm gonna keep this hand. I think it's okay. there's some risk that, like, if I snap off a quick small empty, that it won't be good enough. They'll have a solution to it. But this is not what I thought it was. I just want to be clear about that. Well, I have a solution to the deafening silence, so that's okay. Savannah is not what I expected to see, though. Not gonna, no getting around that. So we're looking at a turn 2, or on my, basically I'll play my other fetch on turn 2, and then on their turn, or their end step, I'll fetch probably Badlands and Trop, decay the deafening silence, and then make goblins. And hopefully they don't have any more bullshit. Okay, that's not going to stop me. Very hateful hand from them, though. I have no idea what I'm playing against, either. To be perfectly honest. There's Doomsday, that's interesting. Depending on what I draw, like if I draw another ritual next turn, I maybe can just storm off through the Null Rod. I mean, it depends too on whether or not they have counter magic and stuff. Because I really have no idea what they're playing. It could be like Bant Maverick, or Bant Stoneblade or something. It's just not clear to me. So really, I'm hoping I can just win this game and not have to try and adjust my sideboarding plan at all. This kind of smells like a Narset or something, or an Oko maybe. Yeah, Oko. So Oko's going to make an empty not as good, but I definitely need to get rid of this deafening silence. So I'm going to go with the plan as I laid it out for now. I'll fetch my Badlands and my Trop and decay the deafening silence. Make this shit bigger. Grab the Trop. Decay the silence, and then we'll sort something out next time. Or next turn, I mean. It's possible that I could Doomsday empty and make a much bigger empty. Oh boy. Oh boy. This complicates matters a bit. I just gotta think about what I'm doing here. So without artifacts, so if I go Dark Writ, Cabal Writ, Doomsday, and then Brainstorm into what? Dark Writ, I go Underground Sea, Dark Writ, Cabal Writ, Doomsday, Brainstorm into... This is all, of course, assuming that they don't have anything. So the other option is to just forgo the Doomsday, just make goblins. I just don't know that it's going to be enough with the Oko. I feel like I'm going to get stonewalled here. Dark Writ, Doomsday, Brainstorm into... Maybe I'm not supposed to do anything yet? Maybe that is better. Maybe I'm supposed to just wait a turn, and I might be able to do something better. Like, I'm not under a ton of pressure right now. And especially if I can put together a deterministic Tendrils Doomsday kill at some point, I'll be in better shape. You got brainstorms. Because if I could get the threshold, I think that would change things. Like, that would make my life a lot easier. Or if I could just get a little more mana up in her. But I have a little time in terms of the clock. The real issue is going to be their hand, I think, and what kind of interactions they have. Because I can beat a Null Rod. That's not really an issue. As long as I have black mana left over after casting Doomsday, I can just go off with just rituals. So if I drew a Dark Rit here, I'd probably just be going for it. If I can open my Twitch. A Thoughtseize is a good draw. Just in terms of, like, seeing what they got going on. Probably just fire it off. I don't think I'm going to be casting this empty anymore. Force. Am I supposed to take the Force Negation here because they can hard cast that? I probably am, right? Because, like, both of them are effectively the same thing against me. But the Force Negation is a lot easier for them to hard cast. I might not be able to win this one. I'm not convinced empty is the right card to bring in this matchup, though. Just because it seems like they have a number of ways that they could possibly stonewall a small empty. And so I don't think it's going to be, I don't think that's the way to go. I might bring Echoes back, actually. Alright, so I got what? 2 more turns? This turn and then 1 more? Assuming this food gets turned into an elk. Another Brainstorm. Another Brainstorm's pretty good, actually. Those LEDs aren't doing a whole lot for me. They are free storm. This match would have been easy without the null rod. Let's think here. An extra ritual is pretty good. So I think I want to put back the Empty the Warrens and the Tendrils. And then next turn, we can try and sort something out. Potentially with, if they cast some counter spells, we might be able to get to a lethal storm count. We can get them to cast something. So they'll put me down to 4 here. Now they actually have hard cast force, but I'm not sure that's a whole lot of a concern anyway. These can't. Yeah, those don't gain life right now. Alright, so I'm not going to be making goblins probably. Which means that, well, should I leave myself that option? I think so. So let's start with Dark Writ. So that would put me to 6 spells in my, or 6 cards in my grave. Let's do Cabal Writ. Alright, here's another Cabal Writ. See, I really don't want them to counter these Cabal Writs. I want them to counter what comes after it, but okay. So here we'll Doomsday. Hopefully this will get countered. Hard cast force. So there's the force. So if they have force and another blue card left, we'll have a problem. But I'm just going to brainstorm now, because if I draw another mana, that's interesting. Not super interesting, I guess, because I don't have enough mana to Burning Wish into anything, right? Yeah. So I'll just put back 2 of whatever. So I'm just kind of hoping that they don't have Force of Will, another counter spell, because this is Lethal Storm. The old natty drills. Yeah, we got there. Alright. See, you don't need Doomsday. Doomsday is just bait for counter magic. Let's get another one in here. See, I much prefer Streamlabs to normal OBS, but Windows no more. I wish somebody would make a good OBS that worked well for Linux. Like just a little more user friendly. Basically, Streamlabs for Linux is what I want. Alright, so I lost the roll. What I should do, should move this down because it comes down from the top apparently, and then maybe move it back up later. I think this hand will work, so where did my, oh, never mind, I'm an idiot. Okay. It's early for me. I didn't see my webcam on my screen up in the corner here. I was like, oh, where'd it go? But it only shows on the OBS window anyway, so. Let's see. I don't know what my opponent's playing. I'm just gonna play with the Tarn and pass so that I can hold up Veil Summer. Excuse me. Because if they like try to him me next turn or try to storm me out, I'm going to want to be able to fail and not die. Then next turn I can brainstorm and maybe try and find a this is smelling like storm. I don't think Storm is too hard of a matchup. I think Ant is a little bit better of a matchup than the Epic Storm. Interesting. I'm just going to pass again. I'm not feeling super threatened right now. Yeah, this is definitely, they're definitely playing a Ant or something. There's the Thoughtseize. So, I guess I brainstormed first. Two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think if I put back Echo, no, I should put back Ponder and Echo. I think it's Ponder and Echo. And then I will Veil. And so here we're probably going to be trying to win with Doomsday and not Storm, but with Thassa's Oracle, so that they can't Veil back. Because I feel very strongly, nope, never mind, I really thought this was Ant, but that's a Goyf. So I think it is now very unlikely that this is Ant. Unless I'm really getting a fast one pulled on me. Okay, the situation is changing rapidly. They didn't try to counter my veil, which I find somewhat suspicious. So if I go dark grit, there's 3, 6. I guess here's what I'm thinking is like I can win right now. If they have nothing, I can Doomsday into a kill right now. I'm like pretty sure. I could go for an no, I couldn't go for an empty. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'm supposed to try to Doomsday kill right now. They looks like they're F6. Strikes me as kind of a weird hand from them. Unfortunately, I was not able to get threshold here, but that is simply the price you must pay sometimes. So we'll grab Doomsday, cast Doomsday. Hopefully they're not, they're trying to bruise me. And then I'll brainstorm into, since I don't have to worry about Veil now, I'm killing them with Storm. So I'll brainstorm into, like, say, Dark Writ, Cruel Bargain. So let's do that, Dark Writ, Cruel Bargain. And then I'll put back the Tendrils of Agony. We can do like Dark Writ, Cruel Bargain. We need more Dark Writ, Thoughtseize, and like another Dark Writ. That should be good enough, I think. I'm putting the Thoughtseize in because I should have the right amount of life, and I want to know what's going on up in there. So I'm just gonna assume that this is gonna be good enough. So go down to 2. Ouch. Alright, so Leovold is a good card to know about. It means I'm probably going to have to bring Decays in. I'll take the Leo and then give him the drills. I don't know what noises I was making just a minute ago. They were weird ones, I think. Alright, so I'm going to assume, I think it's pretty safe to assume they're a Plague Engineer deck. I think it's safe to assume that they're assuming that I have access to Empty the Warrens because I Burning Wished. With that in mind, I think I want to not angle for the Empty the Warrens plan. I think what I want to do is maybe just bring in Decays. If I do like Decays for 2 echoes, I'll leave 1 echo in as an escape hatch of sorts. That's probably pretty good. I definitely think I got a little lucky in that matchup though, because I pretty horribly misevaluated it in the beginning. And then they didn't have Wastelands, they didn't have well, anything really. The one card I'm kind of still thinking about is this, the Infernal Contract from the board. If I swap one for a Ponder, just to have like some extra broad power business spells. Probably not worth it. I still have access to empty via Burning Wish if I decide that I want to go down that route, or if I find myself with a hand that can make goblins on turn 1 or something. I think this is probably good. Don't want to sideboard too heavily. But Decay can kill their stuff. Oh, this hand is really close. I think if this Ponder was a mana source, I might keep it. Or if the Burning Wish was a mana source, that'd be even better, because then I could Ponder turn 1 and then try and find. What's up, Ape? I'm just playing a league. Currently, League with Thassa's Oracle. Can I see it? I don't want to drop. Can I see? I don't know how this shit works. I'm gonna mulligan this anyway. I'm not gonna keep that hand. I will keep this hand though. And I'll put the Infernal Contract on the bottom. So this hand is pretty good because if I can find a red mana source, I can Burning Wish for empty and have the Echo as backup in case they counter my Burning Wish. So there's stuff to like about this hand, for sure. I'm going to start with the Ponder rather than the Brainstorm. It just makes sense. So I want those cards. End step Brainstorm. So, Leovold, if they play a Leovold before I can play an Echo won't be nearly as good. So maybe it is worth it to just cut all the Echoes just because they're a Leovold deck. I don't know. But to further answer your question about what is popping. I am currently 1-0 in this league, and I am up a game over my bug something opponent. This looks like a Hymn to Turok, which I'm not a fan of that. Could be, oh, nope, guess not. I was going to say, it could be Goyf. That Bayou kind of screams the Veil of Summer. I think I need to pop the game log out for a sec, just to see what... Alright, so they're targeting me with the Thoughtseize. They did not shuffle. I suspect the Burning Wish is going to get taken here. But it could be one of the Lion's Eye Diamonds. I don't think that's right. Especially, like, if they have counter magic in their hand, they're going to take the Burning Wish, I think. But I honestly, I don't know. Oh, they did decide to take Lion's Eye Diamond. Interesting. They could have a Surgical. You might see a draw step Surgical here. Nope, okay. Draw step Surgical seems like the reason to take the Lion's Eye Diamond to me. Because I can still 1 LED. Whoa. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm going to get the basic Swamp here, and I'll Thoughtseize, and then I'm going to hope to draw like a red mana source. And then maybe we can think about just making goblins. Goyf, Strix, Narset. So I kind of want to just take the Goyf here. Narset's not going to stop my... Narset is almost certainly what they're going to play next turn. Narset is not going to stop Empty. It might help them find a good card to fight the Empty, but just in general, I think it's going to be less of a problem for the Empty plan than this Goyf is. The other option, is to take the Narset and then wish for an Echo if I find the red source. But Goyf struggles to beat 8 or more goblins. I feel like they can't... Yeah. I guess I'm just worried about them finding a lot of creatures. They are at 16 life, so maybe it does make sense to just grab the Narset. That means they probably cast Goyf and Ponder next turn. I think taking Narset maybe keeps my maximum number of options open, so I'm probably supposed to just take the Narset. Max number of options in terms of my game plan. Because their life total is on the low side, like they've done a lot of damage to themselves, I think that, so there's the Goyf. It's a big Goyf. That's the one downside about putting the Planeswalker in their graveyard, is it makes the Goyf a little bigger, but I don't think that's... actually, maybe that's why they decided to take the Lion's Eye Diamond. They thought it would slow me down enough and put an artifact in the graveyard for Goyf. That'd be interesting if that was the case. So here's the Ponder. So they have a mystery card and they have a Strix in hand. I think if I draw a red source this turn, especially if it's a Lotus Petal, I'll be in good shape. A cantrip into a red source would be fine as well. That ain't it. I'm wondering if it was too high risk to basically say, like, I need to draw a red source here. Yeah, now we're getting butt blasted. So now I'm basically hoping to, like, redraw the Echo before I die. This will probably be the Strix now. I'm sorry. Oh, they didn't take the Thoughtseize. Oh my god, I'm getting boned. We are in trouble. So the Goyf is like a 3-turn clock. Well, Ponder's a pretty good draw anyway. No, it's not it next turn. It's 1 mana short of it being it next turn. It's it in 2 turns. If I draw Ponder, but they're gonna kill me before I get it. Right, I'm definitely 1 mana short of Doomsday plus a draw 4. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the Doomsday down there. I'm gonna put the Ponder right there. I'll take the 3rd Dark Rit. Because Because this might let me ponder into like a draw 4 and try and kind of do an awkward natural storm them out, I think. I don't know. It's not a good spot. Okay. So now they're going to hit me for 5 and then 6, which is going to put me to 1, so Doomsday is going to be off the table anyway, which means that I'm going to have to ponder next turn and hope to hit something. Right? Like, it has to be a draw 4 here. Because I go down to 1 next turn. And they might still have force plus a blue card up there. I don't think that does it. Yeah, I can't cast a Thassa's Oracle, so... Alright, that's game. Alright, so let's reevaluate the old sideboard plan a little bit. I'm wondering if maybe I should try to lean into empty, just try to go off quick. They seem more like a bug control sort of deck. I think I'm just going to stick with what I have. I think I might have made some mistakes in that game. It's possible I should have kept the Echo. Yeah, you might be right. I'm just going to hit submit again just in case. Okay, so I got 1 empty into the deck. I think. I do still have Burning Wish for empties. I don't know about this hand, though. I'm probably supposed to keep it. I can spend a Burning Wish for a draw 4. Or Doomsday. I'm probably supposed to keep this. It's like a Lion's Eye Diamond away from being really good. This is actually a situation where not having a discard spell in my sideboard kind of sucks, because like I could Burning Wish for Cabal Therapy and Therapy myself to get the Echo into the graveyard. It's an option. Okay, I drew a Doomsday. I am going to cast a Burning Wish right now. The question, though, is what do I get? I haven't seen any Wastelands from them, I don't think. And, like, they're playing, like, Leovold and Narset, so they might have a reduced number of Wastelands, especially if they're more, like, bug control. Yeah, so that's definitely an option. And a draw 4 is a good card to grab anyway, because as long as I'm not under pressure, it'll help me fight back against discard. The other option is to grab like an Empty Warrens here. But I think I'm going to go for the draw 4. Thoughtseize, sure. Excuse me. Still got a lot of gas here. They probably take a Dark Ret. I think Dark Ret's going to be the spell to take for them. wonder if it makes sense for me to Burning Wish for something else like an Empty the Warrens. I don't know. It's going to depend a lot on what they decide to take. Obviously, I don't think they're taking Echo of Eons. I think we can rule that one out. Honestly, I can see them taking the Contract here. Contract or Dark Writ, I think. Like, if they don't have Counter Magic, either one is going to keep me off of winning immediately next turn. More likely than not, they're holding up like a Flusterstorm or something, but it could be a Veil of Summer, or it could be a Spell Pierce or something. Or maybe they've disconnected and they're just taking friggin' forever. They did take the Contract, okay. That's fair, I think. I could Burning Wish again here. I'm 1 mana away from Burning Wish for Empty. I'm 1 mana away from being able to Doomsday for Burning Wish. Or Doomsday Burning... Oh no, I don't have a draw 4 in my sideboard anymore. So, that's... I think I'm supposed to Burning Wish for an Empty here. I'll cast the Burning Wish anyway. So grab Empty the Warrens. They are... Oh, I didn't get it in my sideboard. I guess it didn't submit. Or all 3 are in my sideboard still, so... Or were in my sideboard. So I guess I didn't submit with the 1 in the deck. They're probably not going to hymn at any point here in case they dump the Echo into my graveyard. They don't want that, so unless they can find graveyard hate. What's up, Milton? I think a hymn is too high risk. For them, so I'd be a little surprised to see it. But Plague Engineer is definitely on the table as a way to deal with my goblins. So I'd love to draw a Lion's Eye Diamond, so that I can go like writ, empty, crack LED, and echo back. If I had Threshold, you could writ, Doomsday, empty, echo back up, but I don't know. We're not at that point yet. Still a little ways away from a Threshold. Oh, they're going for the hymn. Okay. And they didn't even have the courtesy of putting the Echo Vions in my graveyard. That really seems high risk, but it's possible that they have like a Surgical or something to stop it. It's sad that I am this far away still from the Echo. I'm not from the Echo, from Threshold. Like I'm just one off from Threshold. Am I supposed to just make 6 goblins? I think I'm just gonna wait. It just the hymn seems very strange to me when they knew that I had Echo Vions. Whoops! It just seems really high risk. Unless they had a plan to deal with the Echo. Because like if it's in my graveyard without me having to crack an LED, it's... Oh, and there's the Wasteland too. Alright, I think we're gonna lose this. Yep, it's not coming together. Yeah, I guess what I'm thinking is like if I have my hand is very business dense, and so that just having a force doesn't seem like good enough protection because the Echo's not going to be the first must counter spell I cast. But at any rate, I think this game's pretty far gone, unfortunately. It's worth saying that these kind of Narset Leovold matchups are some of the harder ones for the Echo deck. And that I probably missed sideboard and should have brought the empties in. Yeah, alright, I'm just going to concede. I'm not going to win this one. Let's get to another game. So, probably could have done that a little bit better. I definitely think that not bringing the empties in was a mistake. I should have had the empties in. What was the round 1 matchup? Round 1 was... Fuck, I don't remember. Can I do a replay? Can't believe I forgot already. Something with Null Rod in it. They had Null Rod post board. They played Flooded Strand. I think they played a Goyf too. Am I remembering that right? I don't know. Where'd my fucking... Okay, I don't know what happened there. I must have accidentally closed out of my queue. Or hit cancel or something. I don't think they were Rug. But I honestly don't remember. If someone who is watching from the beginning is here, then they might remember. I can't believe I can't remember this. I started out thinking that they're Ant, because they started with like Underground Sea, Trop, and didn't do anything. But then they played a Goyf. Or was that this most recent match? I don't know. It's all a blur. Alright, we are playing against a Luck Sack. This hand looks fine. So I don't have a fetch that can fetch me the Veil, but Lotus Petal can cast the Veil. The only thing I'm concerned about is, like, should I play the Veil out right away? Cruel Bargain. I kind of want to keep the Cruel Bargain. Alright, I'm going to try keeping this. And I think I am just going to play the Lotus Petal out so that I have Veil up. It gives away some info about what I'm doing, but I just think it's going to be a higher value than not doing that. So this looks like it's going to be Infect. It sure is Infect. Alright, so they might have a super fast kill, which I have to watch out for, but I don't really have any defense against the super fast kill right now. My life total isn't going to matter though, so I'm just going to fire off this draw 4 right now. Because I don't really have a better plan. I need to get more cards in my hand. And perhaps a full grip can get me there fast enough. And basically I'm going to need to win next turn. I think if they cast any blue spells, and I don't just die, it might actually be correct to Veil here just to see another card. But I can wait to do that till end step. Because I do have another Veil and I'll have access to a green land if I want it. So I don't think mana is going to be a constraint, so spending the Lotus Petal is going to be okay. Alright, so it looks like I'm not dying right now. Unless they have, like, double Invigorate or something. Or triple Invigorate. Okay. I am going to Veil here. I drew Doomsday. That's a good start. This is like really close to getting there. I think if I draw a Dark Writ, if I can Brainstorm into a Dark Writ, I can get there. I can go for it without protection, but I just am not feeling that. Okay, well, Thoughtseize is a good card. That should hopefully buy me another turn. I am at risk of like dying to normal combat damage, which is kind of embarrassing. But I think it's going to be a risk I have to take here. Green Sun, Berserk. I don't know what they can Green Sun for. Like, I don't know if they have Gaddock Teague or anything. I should be able to win through a Teague, though, because of Thassa's Oracle now. So I'm going to take the Berserk for sure. And then I'll pass turn, and hopefully they don't have something big and stupid. But I think we'll be in a good spot to win next turn. I guess the way I lose this is if they drew, like... Can they even become immense from... I think they don't have enough shit in the graveyard to even do, like, a become immense here. I guess if they had any +4, I could be in a bad spot because I would go put my life total too low, but they are just attacking with the Glistener Elf and not the Hierarch. What you got for me, fam? Vines? Sure. That should be your only relevant cards. That's going to put me up to 8 Infect. 8 Infect. I'm glad I took that Berserk from him, though. This matchup can be pretty tough. Looks like I'm going to win this first game, which will be highly beneficial. I guess I should get the Trop here. I have a Bloodstained Mire to get another black mana source. Thoughtseize, that's not going to do anything. Alright, so let's think here. I just want to make sure that I actually have a kill. When is GP Vegas, Ape? honestly, I can't say that it's something that I was planning to do. Between like school and stuff, it's in life, planning big magic events far out is difficult, but that is very far out, so it's not completely outside the realm of possibility, I guess. It's something that my playgroup has always talked about doing, is like trying to get a bunch of people together to go to Vegas. It'd be sick. But yeah, I can't say at this point whether or not I have no plans at this point. I suppose I won't 100% rule it out, but I don't know. All right, let's talk about what I'm doing here. So I'll cast Veil, although I know the contents of their hand, right? So maybe I don't even need to waste the mana on Veil, unless I'm going to need to win with a right. So they played the Inkmoth Nexus. They have a Blighted Agent, and they have a Green Sun, because the Vines was their draw for last turn. I'm pretty sure that I just have it. So let's crack the fetch. We'll go grab a Black Mana Source. And now if I go Doomsday, cast Doomsday, Brainstorm into Brainstorm into like LED, and then put back LED. Let's say LED Ponder. Put back Thoughtseize Veil. So there'll be 4 cards left. So if I make my pile be like LED, Ponder, Thoughtseize thingy, I think that's good enough. LED, Ponder. Because like I don't want to make a non-deterministic pile with Echo when I don't need to, because I know what's in their hand. LED, Ponder, Thoughtseize Oracle. So I'm pretty sure this will work. I'm really hoping I'm not botching it, but I haven't thought about this too hard, to be perfectly honest. So we'll Brainstorm. Put back these 2. And then hold priority. Make a bunch of blue. Ponder. Ponder again. Yeah, we're good. And then Thoughtseize Oracle. Trigger resolves. And I win. Okay. So against Infect, I want the Decays. I'm probably going to cut the Echoes in this matchup. I think Echo is just going to be way too high risk. Because if I fail, I will almost certainly lose the game because of it. If it whiffs, I'll almost certainly lose the game. So So it's the decays and then maybe like a chain of vapor. I think there's an argument for Flusterstorm, because it can serve a kind of a dual protective purpose and counter pump spells. But I think thanks 8. Hopefully you'll make it back before I'm done. I'll see you later, I guess. I think just having like the extra removal spell might be a little bit better. Extra bounce spell. None of them do anything against Inkmoth Nexus, but yeah, I think we'll go with this and submit. Okay, I don't think this hand's gonna cut it. It's pretty far off from, frick. It's pretty far off from doing anything, so I'm gonna mull. I guess I can work with this. I'm probably supposed to put, I don't even know. I guess I'm probably supposed to put the Bloodstone Mire on the bottom. Whoops. There we go. This hand's not great, though. But I'm not sure that a mull to 5 is going to be any better. And if I draw Abrupt Decays, I can cast them, so I think that'll be good. Hopefully. I'll just start with the Thoughtseize. If they've got the nuts, they've got the nuts. Daze plus triple Invigorate or something. It's happening. Don't really think I can afford to play around Daze there, though, because if they have a turn 2 kill, I need to stop them. If they have a turn 2 kill plus Daze, I wasn't going to stop them anyway. A draw 4 would be an excellent card to draw here. Lotus Petal's okay too. Now like a Burning Wish might be serviceable. Although I really need another red mana source. The mana in this deck is very tight and sketchy. Not great. I'm used to Infect just having it all the time, and so I feel like I should be dead by now, but probably be dead next turn. They might have just drawn like a 1 Infect creature and a bunch of interaction type of hand. Okay, I will just keep doing what I'm doing. I think if I were to draw a Burning Wish here, that I would just try and go off with empty. More likely than not, though, I'm gonna die. Smell death. The smell of death is in the air. Although they probably think that I have interaction because I'm just leaving it open all the time. Leaving all this mana up. Yeah. I just had nothing. They didn't. Alright, submit again. I wonder if this is a matchup where I can cut the tendrils from the board. Cut the tendrils from the main deck. This is something that I haven't ever done because I haven't ever had like another main deck win con. But now that Thassa's Oracle is in the deck, I can consider, like, you still have Burning Wish for tendrils, and so cutting the main deck tendrils is an option to consider. Well, that's a mulligan. That'll have to be a keep. So, here's something interesting. Do I just jam? Do I just go Dark Red into Doomsday right away? I could pass 2 turns and draw a Veil of Summer. Seems super sketch. I almost want to try it though. Like, it's super tempting to do that. Because I frankly, I don't know if this is going to be... No, there's no way that's right. It's just not possible. Like, they would have to have a hand with nothing. Any kind of hand that's like above average-ish for them is going to be... Okay, but this changes things. Now I might make a pass turn pile next turn. Since I found the Veil. Hopefully they don't have a creature on turn 1, or not an infect creature on turn 1, because that'll buy me a whole extra turn. They're thinking about countering this. They went for that. Interesting. Am I supposed to force now? Veil now? Probably. They're doing something. Flusterstorm. It's an interesting spot. Oops, I didn't mean to click through this main phase, but I have another one. Alright. So here's my concern. I can't make a pass turn pile right now, because I don't have the mana to cast my draw 4 next turn. Makes me wish I had meditate in my deck. Or ideas in bound. I'm just trying to think if there's any... That's an interesting idea. So here's an interesting idea. I Dark Red Doomsday now. I build a pile that's like Decay, Veil, like cantrips and interactive spells, and I pass multiple turns and then cast the Thassa's thing. Like if I did like Veil, Decay, that could work. I'm gonna try this. This is super risky, and I honestly I don't know if it's like anywhere close to the right play. Oh, they just have fucking everything, huh? Well, this is okay. I still have a Lotus Petal on top of my deck, so next turn I can cast Doomsday and just do the same plan, and they're basically like a turn behind now because they don't have much mana. They're still pondering for stuff to do. Like, they don't have a threat, so I'm not dying. Alright, so let's think about my pile here. I'm thinking I'm going to pass like 3 turns. I'm going to have a Decay, and then a Veil, and then a Thassa's Oracle. If they have a kill spell for the Thassa's Oracle, that'll suck, but it's probably would either be a bounce spell or a Dismember, which the Veil will stop. So, if that happens... Actually, here's what I'll do. I'll make a Lotus Petal and then a Doomsday be my last 2 cards, so that I can try it all over again. If they have a Surgical, well, tough nuts, I guess. If they have a Surgical, that means my deck is 1 card smaller. Ooh, this kind of sucks though, because this is the... supposed to just decay this right now, right? It's possible that they have everything they need to... I'm supposed to just decay this right now. Just fucking decay it. Alright. Then I draw Veil. I do need to have them not kill me for 2 turns, though. Which is... might be asking a lot. Who knows? This is a very high-risk pile. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend trying this at home. So there's another card, and there's a Hierarch. Okay. So I guess if their last 2 cards are like Invigorates, I lose probably. Or Invigorate. I guess Invigorate and another pump spell would do it, but we're gonna take what we can get. So if this was like a cantrip, I could just win right now. I could go for the win right now. But basically, given that they hadn't really been doing much up to this point. Okay, another Hierarch. That's promising. Why is it so big? Hierarch, Pendelhaven. This isn't lethal. Unless that's a... I guess unless it's a +6. So scale up or the thing. Yeah, it looks like I'm dying. Looks like I'm freaking dying. Come on. Don't kill me. It's so rude. It'd be so rude to kill me here. Please, no lethal. Oh! They didn't have it. What's this? Another elf. They're dead. They're dead. Mic echoing. Yeah, so I don't have a good mic. I'm using a laptop mic because for whatever reason OBS doesn't want to pick up my headset when I'm on Ubuntu. I have to do some playing around with it, but Magic Online was booting up on my Windows computer, and so I wanted to stream, so this is what we got. This is where we're at. Not a lot I can do about it, but so the past 3 turns pile worked, which is a shocker. Ooh. That was something. I want to check something before we go too much farther here. I just want to see what else I got for play points and stuff after this. 75. Okay, so now that I've won 2 matches, I'll be getting at least 50 play points back, which means I'll have enough for 2 more leagues, which is cool. So, see, hopefully we can do better than that. I'd love to get a 4-1 here, but but yeah, I need to spend some time figuring out the proper way to do things on this computer. I think there's some like third-party plugins I can download for OBS that'll help me out, because like having my thing minimized and the Twitch pop-out browser window for my chat is like not ideal either. But there's a browser plugin, or the browser plugin for OBS doesn't work on Linux by default, and there's like some third-party one that does. So I don't know, and I gotta figure out what's wrong with the headset. I might need to use jack or something, some other sound protocol. I don't know. Gotta fuck around. It's taking a little while here though. Alright, maybe this is a good opportunity to go back and see what round number 1 was, since I still can't remember. Ape's not here anymore to wonder about it, but oh, and I've been paired, of course. Let me just click through here real quick, see what's going on. Right, so I just won that one on game 1 on turn 1, so that's of course is why. What the? Okay. Actually, hold on. I'm just going to figure this out because it's bothering me. Right, it was the Bant deck. Some kind of Bant control or Bant blade. Okay. Another thing that I don't like about OBS versus Streamlabs is that the Streamlabs tells me like how many people are viewing it and stuff. Agate. Agate's a good player. I don't know what they're playing though. Win the roll. This hand is not functional. Can't say I'm that big a fan of this hand either. I don't know if I'm supposed to mull to 5. Though it's a tough. If I knew what Agate played most of the time, it might inform my decision, but I think I'm gonna mull this. I'm gonna put the tendrils on the bottom, and I guess I'll put the trop on the bottom, and I'm just gonna fire off the old drop 4 turn 1. Okay, that's a good draw for him. Still a turn or 2 off. I guess if I draw, well, that's a good draw. That's should I just go for it? Bloodstained Mire typically indicates a combo deck rather than anything else. But if I go for it here, so if I go Cabal Writ, Doomsday, Crack LED, Echo, there'll be 1, 2, plus 5, 7, 8, 9 cards left in my deck to draw from. So I would need like Ellie, or I would probably want like, the pile would want to be like 4 Petals and Thassa's Oracle. Or no, 3 Petals, a Ponder, and Thassa's Oracle. That's going to, I think I just want to go for it. That's going to give me a very high probability of winning the game, although it is non-zero. I guess I still have the LED Echo backup if the Doomsday gets countered here. So I think this is relatively... I am, yeah. Yeah, I kind of look like the Unabomber or something right now. It's just cold in my office. Alright, so the pile I'm thinking here is Oracle, I don't know what Taproot is, but I don't think I'd like it. Actually, is a Storm pile going to be better? Like, what if I did LED, Petal, Burning Wish? Or LED, Petal, because I have an LED there. LED, Petal, Ponder, Burning Wish. I think it's all the same probability of winning the game or not. Hey Steve, thanks for coming to watch. You know, I appreciate you checking out my stream and heckling me. aggressively. Head PE. I've seen Head PE. I left 5 or 10 minutes into their set, but it was right after Alien Ant Farm. Yeah, whatever. We'll just go with this. Order doesn't matter. El Nino. Don't let Arkin know that there's a Sith Lord around. Alright, they're doing something. What are we getting here? Am I getting fucked? No, this looks like it's just black red. Flashback the old Echo. Too cool for school, 231. I wonder who that is. They're bolting me. That's spooky. This is not the deck that I thought it was. That's a big yikes. Oh wow, this didn't work out. I hit that, 10% to not win. That's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to brainstorm. I think what I'm going to do is pass a turn. So what are they playing? I'm just going to concede. I don't think I could win even with passing the turn, and there's no reason to let them see more of what's going on. Bolts in Inquisitions smells like some kind of pyromancer deck, like Zombardment or something like that. There was no Oracle in my in that pile. That pile, I needed, so because of the number of cards that were left in my deck, or would be left in my deck after I echoed, and the amount of mana that I would have floating, there was no way to construct a pile that was completely deterministic, I don't think. Actually, there might have been. LED, or no, Petal, Ponder, Oracle might have done it. But they also had the bolt, or they had bolts. So Oracle wasn't necessarily going to kill if there was going to be 2 cards left in my deck. If they killed the Oracle in response. But yeah, I needed to see either both Lotus Petals and the Burning Wish, or not see the Burning Wish in those 7 cards. So you could do the math and figure out what the probability is. I think it's around 80%, and I just hit that 10 to 20% of not working out. All right, so what do I want to do? I don't really know what my opponent's playing. I can make assumptions. I think I'm just gonna submit. This hand isn't great. I think I want to mulligan. I guess I can keep this. I'll work with it. So I'm gonna put the Burning Wish on the bottom. There are only 2 cards left in my deck, so brainstorming wouldn't have worked out good. Yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting spot because I wonder. I'd have to think about it, but having one more card in the group might have actually made me more likely to win because Brainstorm would have been live as well, which is interesting to think about. But yeah, shit happens. It's one of the interesting things about the Echo deck is like sometimes you have these piles that are high probability to win but not deterministic. How expensive is it? I don't know. I bought into it so long ago, several years ago. It's probably 4 or 5 years ago that I've had some variation of the deck on Magic Online, and so I just don't know the answer to that. It's probably, my guess would be sub $500, but not. I don't know what LEDs are like right now. They would be the most expensive piece for sure. I'd guess around 500. So we're gonna get a little taste of what they're doing now, I think. I'm going to be able to echo next turn if I want. The Strix. It kind of just seems like they're Grixis control. And I misevaluated what was going on a little bit last time. Probably shouldn't have just jammed the Thoughtseize here. So they've got a hymn that I don't really see them playing. I think I'm supposed to take the snap. I'm probably going to be echoing next turn, which is like, I don't know, not ideal. This smells like it's going to be the Shardless Agent. Kind of hope they hit a hymn. That was definitely a good hit for them. The one thing about casting the Echo from hand is that even if it does get countered, I can cast it again from the graveyard. So it's a nice little bonus for me. That's a good draw. Alright, so let's go for it now. Dark Grit, Echo. Okay. Not the best hand, but it's, or not the best draws, but it'll do something. I'm going to take the, oh fuck, probably should be taking Pyroblast here. Since it can counter my Echo, and my Echo is kind of like what I'm gonna be leaning into. a Snapcaster Mage too, which is a little annoying. They're just hemming, and I will Veil. That's a good draw. Pretty good draw. Anyway. I am going to need to find a way to win pretty quick, though. It's a good draw. Alright, let's think. So they have the one Pyroblast. Did I know that they drew the Trop? Alright, okay. I think they have the Trop. So they're holding up the Pyroblast. I'm just trying to think if I can get up enough mana to do an Echo. Oh wait, I have an Echo in my graveyard still. I don't need to cast the one from hand necessarily. Interesting spot here. They still have a Snapcaster Mage. I'm just thinking if I'm going to try and do something, it should probably be this turn. I want to get Threshold so that I have tons of mana. So that's going to be like a big place to start. Grab the Underground Sea. I can get to Threshold by casting the Veil. And then I can go like this. Did I play a land this turn? I did, right? Yeah, played the Scalding Tarn, okay. Wait a second. Oh, I totally fucked it up. Oh my god. Alright. That was my bad. I'm just gonna flashback this Echo here. I'm sure it's getting blasted. Nope. Okay. They decided not to blast. That's an interesting decision. Didn't they have a Red Elemental Blast can still counter? Can't Red Elemental Blast still counter? I thought it's only blue and black spells. Am I the idiot here? I always forget how Veil works. Okay, so let's think about what's going on here. Okay, you're right. Yeah, I'm the idiot. I think I have to brainstorm. Damn. It's pretty frustrating. Not really hitting anything that I need here. I'm going to put back both these lands and then try and figure something out for next turn. Just hope I'm not fucking dead. I didn't play the Petal before the Echo because I messed up. And I think I actually exclaimed about how I was a fucking idiot or something along those lines. But yeah, I meant to play the Petal before the Echoes. I mean, Petal before the... I meant to play the Petal before the Cabalrit so that I'd have Threshold and I could cast... I'd have more mana. And then I didn't. And because I was, already messing up, I just figured I would just mess up even more. Because, why not? So So here's the bolt, and then I'll probably get snap bolted and attacked to death, would be my guess. Actually, I guess I would snap bolt here would only put me down to 1. It's not exactly great though. Did I? I did. So here's what was happening. You are not understanding the depths of my stupidity. I thought that Pyroblast could still counter Echo because I thought it was only blue and black spells. And so I was expecting that to get blasted, and then next turn I would Echo again. So that's kind of what I was focusing my whole game plan around. So learning moment. Yeah. That's try next time. Try not to underestimate how much of an idiot I am. So there's a hymn. Hymn's a good card. They hit my Lion's Eye Diamond, which blows. Down to 4. Okay. So if they have another lightning bolt, I just don't think there's any way I can beat that in the first place. So I'm not really going to worry about it. It's a Lotus Petal. Take the Lotus Petal. I'm just trying to think if there's absolutely any way I could possibly get to Threshold here, but I don't think so. Yeah, this match was really a masterclass in sucking. Alright, let's think here. This is going to get me Valk, I think. So I have another red mana source. Get the Valk. That puts me to 5 cards in my graveyard. Lotus Petal can be 6 cards in my graveyard. And then I can hardcast Contract to get Cabal Writ. To Threshold. Let's put me down. So now if they have the Lightning Bolt, I'm dead, but we kind of already knew that. I can get to Threshold with Contract, definitely. If they don't have a Bolt and I have lots of other good cards and they don't have any interaction, winning the game isn't outside the realm of possibility, I suppose. But yeah, this is a fucking... I butchered this game. Okay. I can't cast the Thoughtseize, but I can do this. Okay. So I think now I have to Brainstorm and then Burning Wish, hope it gets countered. And then Tendrils them? Or Brainstorm into some mana so I can get up to lethal. Lethal Storm. I'll be especially displeased if they're sandbagging a Lightning Bolt or something. They're thinking real hard about this Brainstorm. They gotta have something. Probably a Flusterstorm. Okay. cast that. Cast the Burning Wish. So I'm actually going to grab my Echo here, and then Tendrils from hand, which will be lethal, and then I'll still have mana to Echo. Alright. That's rude. Alright, this hand's fine. I mean, I don't know about the opponent. I definitely did. I did not deserve to get as close to winning as I did, for sure. My main complaint about what the opponent was doing is that if they had the snap, yeah, I mean, I guess it's just definitely seems like bad manners. If they had it, they should have just done it, because there are, tons of points where they could have done that, and I would have been dead. Whatever. Alright, well, Thoughtseize is here. Preordains kind of screams like they're a combo deck, so leading off on discard I think is ideal. I haven't seen like some blue-red Delver that plays Preordain, and Show and Tell could play Daze, but I think either way you want to be. Okay, so they're Delver, and presumably blue-red. Another Burning Wish. I wonder what I'm supposed to wish for here. What I'm supposed to do here. I think there's kind of an argument for just going for it with Echo here. Like you could Echo, you could Cabalrit, or play Lion's Eye Diamond, play Cabalrit, hold priority, crack LED, and get Threshold on the Cabalrit before you cast Echo. The other option is to Cabalrit Contract and draw a bunch of cards, and then next turn try to Echo to bait out a counterspell if they have one. The danger of that plan, I don't think I'll die, because I'll go to low life total, but I don't think they're going to have lethal up for that. I think I'm going to go with that plan. I'm going to grab the basic Swamp here too, just so that I have a black mana source that can't be wastelanded. Okay. Okay. So I will just pass the turn here. in a pretty good spot for next turn. I'll discard one of the Burning Wishes. There are some good draws for next turn that could help me out quite a bit. It's definitely worth considering that Doomsday, if they put a red mana source on the table, Doomsday might be out of the question just because I could die to Bolt. What I think is going to be my plan here is going to be to brainstorm into a green mana source, Veil, and Echo. So there's the red. So they're probably just blue-red Delver. They might have like Arcanist or something like that. Oh, but I drew the Dark Ritual. I'm very concerned about Lightning Bolt, dying to Bolt. If I brainstorm first, it doesn't take me off of an Echo pile, so I don't see a reason not to brainstorm first if I end up going down the Doomsday route. So no green mana, but I do have the Thought Seizes, so I can put myself down to 4, which is out of Bolt range, and hopefully take a counterspell and just Echo with a bunch of mana floating. So I think that's the route we're going to take here. There's a Stifle and triple fucking Force. So here, even if I Thoughtseize, like I can, the Stifle's not going to do anything right now, but I can't get rid of all of those. Can't get rid of all of those counterspells. I guess I'll take the Force of Negation with the first one. Actually, am I just dead? Because I can't put myself down. I can't Thoughtseize again, because that'll put me at 2, and then I die to Delver. If I don't, yeah, that's it. I'm done. Game 2. So, Stifle Delver. Alright, we're cutting the Echoes. We're bringing in the Empties. And I guess a Decay. We'll try that. So that's unfortunate. Our hand was pretty good, but not finding the mana I needed was not as good. I think if I could have found green mana, could have Veiled, and then they would have, because we had 2 Veils, so I could have Veiled, and then they would have countered, and then next time we could have Veiled, and I don't know. They had a lot of counter magic, so. Those are the kind of games that you tend to lose against Delver when they have an early threat, and then their hand is just all interaction. You either need no threat or no interaction to be able to win. I don't like this hand. It has Empty, which is good, but it's got a lot of cards that aren't. So I'm just going to mull it. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to put the Doomsday on the bottom. This hand is really risky, but I just don't think that I can reasonably mull the 5 and expect to have it be any better. So like what I want to hit is like another cantrip and an LED or something, and I can just empty right away. Okay. Yeah, I haven't really had any problems on wine. I think I've had moderately more crashes than not in wine, but I've never really had any substantial crashing problems anyway. So, you know, like a crash here and there isn't that bad for me, since before I was playing on wine, it was basically no crashes. Sometimes it runs a little slowly, but it's hard to know like what's a line problem and what's a MTGO problem. It's interestingly enough though, the command window. What the fuck? This is the only problem, is I still don't have a great setup, but whatever. I'm just gonna fucking play. Alright, let them do their thing. Here we go. The command window that Ryan runs wine is full of fucking errors, but the game keeps working, so I guess the exceptions are getting handled. This is a crypt. Crypt's not really a concern for me. Crypt isn't even very good against Echo, if I still had Echo in my deck, because like I just put it into the graveyard and then I flash it back, and they never have priority to Crypt. Like they can get a few cards, some rituals or LEDs or something, but it's not. Yeah, it's Ubuntu 18.04, I think. It's nothing wild. I'm not a like a super duper Linux power user. I just need my OS to work, and the thing is, like, I guess I'm just passing here. I'm in grad school right now, and like I'm doing like robotic stuff, and a lot of like the like ROS and stuff is just so much easier to use on Linux. So my empty is looking worse because of the Young Pyromancer. It's not off the table or anything, but I really want to cast this Ponder. I really want to find like another mana source. Oh my god, they got a blast. That sucks. That fucking sucks. Alright, I think this game is over. I don't think I'm winning, because I know that they have True Name. And they have another counter spell, so if they counter the Cabal Writ or something later on, I'm still going to be in trouble. And the Young Pyromancer is going to spit out a bunch of tokens to make their life much easier for blocking. It's going to Stonewall my empty. So yeah, I'm actually just going to concede. Well, unfortunately, that league did not go super duper. This match, I sideboarded. I could have sideboarded better. I should have brought the empties in. And then this match, I played like an absolute fucking donkey. And then number 5 is just, I don't know, they just delvered me out, I guess. So that happens, but the deck doesn't feel too bad. I definitely think that if I hadn't played like a fucking asshole, this second game of this match, first game of this match, I knew what I was doing when I played I did a pile that was non-deterministic. So I knew that I had a non-zero chance to lose, and unfortunately, I hit that. And then on this one, I just played like an asshole. But that second game, I probably could have won if I hadn't played like an asshole. Yeah. Oh well. So, 125 points. Let's see if I can... I don't want to start another whole league, but I want to play a little bit more. So I might see if I can turn my excess 20 play points into more play points. That ain't the right one. Here we go. If I don't get an opponent in here very quick, I might just leave this 2-player queue.
You have a life to live.
Alright, I'm just gonna fucking... just see if I can dunk on someone in the practice room. In general, I do think this list feels pretty good right now, though. I definitely... I could have played a little better in that league. Some poor sideboarding decisions, some poor evaluation of what my opponent was playing. Some just generally really like aggressively poor play here and there. So this hand's pretty clunky, and I don't have a fetch that can get me the Veil of Summer. This is actually the one thing about this list is I don't have quite the right mana base on Magic Online. In paper, I'm playing 4 Delta and then 1 each of Mire, Tarn, Misty, Verdant, and I don't have a Verdant on Magic Online. So I think I'm actually doing a 2-2 split of Mire and Tarn, and I should probably slip a Misty in there. Although the Verdant is actually like better, because I only have Trop in the main. Anyway, I'm gonna mull this. It's not great. Ugh, this ain't great either. I'm gonna keep it though, because I don't really. No, I think this hand is just really, really bad. I think I'm gonna keep going. Let's mull again. All right, I'll keep this. This cast a draw 4 right away. So put the Trop down, and then I'll just fucking yeet. Okay. So we're back up to 6 cards. Plus 1 card. That's nice. Island Preordain. So this could be the same sort of blue-red Delver we played against last time, or it could be what did they do with that? 2 cards on top. Okay. Then I'm just going to play land and pass. Because I'm concerned that they have counter magic. Or it's just Storm. So, not doing so hot on my evaluating my opponent's game plans here. I do have Tarn up. Well, they're probably not. It's hard. They're not playing the Epic Storm. It doesn't look like this is. Yeah, so they can just tendrils me from here, right? Yeah, I'll just concede because I cut my life total in half. Okay. So, Flusterstorm's in. Come on, Flusterstorms. Alright, and I'll take out 1 Ponder and the main deck Tendrils. Because we can just kill them with Thassa's Oracle. And we should be just killing them with Thassa's Oracle because they're probably playing Veil of Summer. So, I think playing the Tendrils is not worth it, and we have Burning Wish for it if we need it for some reason. What time is it? It's time for me to fucking get off the computer. Alright, this will be my last match. I don't think I can keep this just on the back of the Flusterstorm. I can keep this though. Put the bargain on the bottom and just keep all the interaction. I think I'm going to start with the Thoughtseize. It's a little risky maybe. Because if they have a very resilient hand, it might have been better to start with a Flusterstorm, but they don't. So I'm going to take the Wishclaw here. Actually, can I take the Wishclaw here? It's possible I'm supposed to take that LED, and then next turn I can take the Wishclaw, and then I'll still have Flusterstorm for the Adnons if they try to cast that. So they went and fetched a Bayou, but I ain't buying it. I don't believe that they just top decked the Veil of Summer. That's what I thought, Binch. Take your Wishclaw. It could have come back to bite me a little bit if they drew a Lotus Petal or a Dark Grit and they decided they wanted to just cast a Wishclaw right away. But I always could have just taken the Adnons, so, you know. So there's a Burning Wish. Burning Wish is a good draw. Probably should have taken the Wish. Can I undo? Fuck you, undo. I should have taken the Wish and not the Dark Writ, because if I have to crack this fetch to Fluster, I'd want to be able to hold the... I'd want to still have the Burning Wish, but... whatever. Too late for that now. So if they drew the nuts, they might be able to Fluster. I mean, they might be able to Adnaz and protect their Adnaz. And if that happens, then so be it. Witchclaw Talisman. Okay. So they are not Witchclaw Talisman and a Ponder. So I'm going to be echoing since they're tapped out. So I don't have a ton of mana floating, but that's a pretty good amount of mana. I still have a land drop, so I guess I don't think I'm going to use it for the basic swamp though, because I'll probably draw another land when I echo again. Although, I guess I will, because I'm not exactly going to be hurting for colored mana here. I'm playing around Surgical Extraction by not cracking the LEDs and to get Threshold, because like I don't think mana is going to be the constraint right now, and so I just don't think it's all that worth it. So I have a red source for the for a Burning Wish if I draw one. So I just make the blue and black. And looks like we got there. I'm going to Veil just to be safe. I don't know what they could possibly have that would matter, but I don't need the mana, so okay. So one more game. I guess this hand is fine. I'll probably keep I'll have to play with my pedal to have green up in the beginning. You can ponder here. I'd love to see Thoughtseize Echo is okay. Because I could Thoughtseize myself to put Echo into the graveyard. Two, three, four, five, six. I'm just trying to think if I can get what I can do from here. So like I'm pretty fucking sure that they have a veil here. Two. I think I want to just jam something here. Oh, veil. Veil first, so that if they have fluster and not their own veil, they can't use it. And then crack this. I guess I'll go grab another Underground Sea. This is risky because I'm only going to have black mana left over. And I'm just thinking about this now. The correct play is probably to Thoughtseize myself, put Echo in the graveyard, Echo, hold priority, and then Cabal Writ, so that I can play around the Surgical and still have Threshold for the Cabal Writ. I wonder if they'll be kind enough to veil here. I'd love it to be a veil and not a fluster on my Thoughtseize. Looks like a veil. I probably think it's veiling, Thoughtseizing them, but they'd be wrong. So then I'll hold priority, Echo, and then Cabal Writ. And, if they have a Surgical, they take me off Threshold, but they could have done that no matter what, and this way I won't lose my Echo to Cabal Writ. And unfortunately, we're boned. I'm inclined to think that was still the right play. You could argue that, well, so let me think about this. If I just held up the veil, I'm not sure how far I'm getting with that because I still have What am I trying to say? I knew there was a Burning Wish on top, and that Burning Wish wasn't doing anything for me. Okay, well, they didn't do anything either, so that's a good sign. What did they do with their cantrips? So they shuffled off the Ponder. They bottomed both with the Preordain and shuffled off the Ponder. Their hand sounds horrible. I definitely need to play the Trop, though, so that I can hold up the Veil. Ooh, those are good cards. Okay, let me think here. I don't need the Cabaret. I want the Lion's Eye Diamond, I want the Thoughtseize. Play out the Trop. Thoughtseize you. So they have a Veil here. Okay, it's fine. I think if I can get to my next turn, I'll win the game. Might be a big if, but their hand definitely seems like it's missing, or at least it was missing something last turn. So they're brainstorming, okay. We're still cantripping away, trying to find something. I wonder if there's an argument for me veiling early. So like basically using it as like an upkeep silence style spell. So that they can't like fluster it or something, but I don't have enough mana, so if they had the fluster in response, it'd be fine anyway, so I should be using it for defense, I think. I guess I veil here. So, assuming that they're holding up their own Veil and not a Flusterstorm, I should be clear to win from here. So I can go crack this, grab Badlands. Let's do that first. We'll grab Badlands. Wish for Doomsday. Then Cabalrit, Doomsday, crack the LED for Echo. And then I'll draw, make my pile be like triple petal Ponder, fish. I don't really know if any of this, like my sequencing and stuff, is going to matter much here. I can't really play around Flusterstorm if they have it. Only Veil. So that's all I'm going to bother playing around. I can beat a Surgical. Petal, petal, petal. Petal, petal, petal. Ponder. Fish. suppose I might not be able to beat like a bounce spell. But I'm not going to think too hard about it. Just gonna go for it. If they've got the Fluster, then I die. No sign of a Fluster Storm. I suppose since I have the Trop floating, I theoretically could have put like a Veil in or something. But at this rate, I can beat the bounce spell because I can cantrip and draw the last card. And I can beat a Flusterstorm because obviously Thassa's Oracle cannot be flustered. So I don't see a way they can win this game. Unless they have like a Force of Will or something. There it is. Okay, so, I mean, Thassa's Oracle did its job in that game. I think maybe one other game in my league. I don't know. I think the card is good. As long as Veil of Summer is in the format, I think that playing that in the 75, at least somewhere in the 75, will be a requirement, and I think it's better than trying to grape shot people to death. It's just so much easier, more reliable than trying to grape shot people to death. So I think the list is still good. Thassa's is a good addition. I wish I'd played a little bit better in that league, but got enough gas for some more leagues at some point. So thanks for watching, everybody. I am going to be logging off.